Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Pan. I'll show the video. Hello. I will be the subject coordinator and the lecturer for Mech470970 and the Mech970 because this virus thing and we changed the way of teaching. It's a little bit chaotic at the moment. So I've put this introduction video here on the website, just let you know how we are going to organize the teaching for the 470, 970 this semester. So this is from the subject outline. So we will have this subject in 3 parts. The first part is week 1 to week 5. These 5 weeks, we will have Fridays, 3 hours lecture and tutorials. So I believe that's Friday morning from 8:30 to 11:30. So except that we are not in the same classroom, I will use a Zoom meeting. So the link is here. You go to that Zoom meeting link and we're going to be in a virtual room together. I will spend 3 hours with you as usual, doing all the lecture and tutorials together. So these 5 weeks, we're going to cover the basics about PLC. So PLC is short for the programmer logic controller. So basically, it's a computer, but it's very widely used in industry. So we're going to introduce the basic theories and how basic programming strategy for PLC. So that's first 5 weeks. What you need to do is you come during the Zoom meeting Friday morning. We go through 3 hours. Then if you still have something not clear, you can go back, look at the lecture slides and go through the Zoom meeting recording again. So all these meeting will be recorded. And you can read some reference materials. I'll put some extra kind of interesting videos, mostly coming from YouTube, and also some additional like documents put on Moodle site available for you to read through. Because the topic is quite practical, there's a lot of existing knowledge here, not from the textbook, however, but just from a lot of websites, a lot of kind of industry documentations. So I'll put those useful information for you. The second part is from week 6 to week 8. So this part, we have a software, used to have a software. All the students go to the computer labs in 8G10 and using that self-study software, go through a few tutorials. This semester, it's not likely we're going to go to the labs and study on a computer together. What I managed to do is I get a copy of the software. So it's kind of a teaching, self-guided teaching software. And I'll provide that for you to kind of download to your own computer and set up for those self-studying. And other than that, I'll make a few pre-recorded kind of videos to give you an overview of the topic. Then you just help you to kind of guide you through how to study that. And we will have a tutor every week, probably provide you 1 hour during the tutorial time. You can go and ask questions, particular question about this kind of using software to some learning the numeric and hydraulic systems. So that's part 2. So part 2, we will not require 3 hours online contact. We only require 1 hour tutorial question time. And the rest of the time, you download the software and study on your own computer. And we will have 2 quiz, one for the part 1 and the quiz 2 for the part 2. So these 2 quiz will be running during the subject and lecture time. We used to have like a half open book kind of way to run the quiz. So now it will become just open book. So I'll put the quiz on Moodle, and you can just answer the Moodle question. Normally it's 1 hour quiz. With this online, probably I'll give you a little bit extra time. Depends on how everything goes. So it'll be open book quiz. So quiz 1 will cover the first 5 weeks content. Quiz 2 will cover from week 6 to week 8. And then the part 3, and also the most fun part of this subject, is 4 weeks of the PLC labs. We used to have 4 labs in building 6227. However, based on the survey I got from you, there's quite a few students won't be able to come to the unit and attend these labs. Some students are able to come like 1 day to cover all the labs. And I consult with university because we used to only have like 6 sets of equipment for the lab, and we have 4 or 5 students in each group. And due to the space limitation, that's not going to happen. So with that kind of size of lab, we mostly can have, say, 2 students in a group. And with 6 sets of equipment, then we can have 12 students running a lab. So if you're going to run the lab normally, it's going to take too much time for the lab supervision, which is just not economic and not possible at this stage. So what we're going to do is I identified some simulation PLC software, which you can program the PLC on your computer through some kind of simulator. And we will give you some tasks to simulate those labs. And I'll possibly, most likely, will have 1 lab running at the end of the semester, maybe week 12, week 13, or break you into very small groups, and you can go just do 1 hands-on actual lab. But that's still questionable. I don't know yet. So if that's not going to happen, most likely we'll have some recorded lab demonstration, have a tutor just show you step by step how he do one of these labs, and then you can get some kind of not direct, but more kind of intuitive kind of information about how everything runs. So that's how we're going to organize for this subject. Sorry for providing information a little bit late. Another thing is we're not going to have 2 different groups for tutorials. All the students going to run in a single lecture and tutorials. We have about 40 students, so it's kind of manageable through 1 Zoom meeting. And because this Zoom meeting is recorded, so if you can't attend a particular session, you can come back and watch those videos afterwards. So from that point of view, it's actually easier compared to the previous like face-to-face lecture delivery. So that's it for today. So I will see you guys next Friday morning. We're going to go start with the first lecture.